Hey, I'm doing this video. I'm not sure why. Um, Maybe because I think there's a topic that needs to be discussed. Something happened to me today. Um, and it wouldn't have happened had I not missed my bus. Um, it's just one of those situations where I'm trying to process what happened because it's basically a series of events and a domino effect. And if this hadn't happened, and this one had happened, and then this one happened, type of thing. And I'm realizing there was things out of my control, or somewhat out of my control, I guess, or um, which put me in a situation um, um, on the bottom line is um, I'm wondering why, as human beings, we're not connecting with each other the way we're supposed to be. Um, I'm obviously all for the vertical relationship with our Creator and Yeshua, Jesus Christ, and I think that everybody should be in a relationship with Him. Uh, yes, I do. And I think that's an important relationship, the vertical. But He also made more than one person on this planet, and we need each other. And I'm not understanding the lack of connection with other humans. Like, the horizontal is not happening. And we're not giving the love and affection that we should be, and caring for each other the way we should be. At least most of us are not. There's a few that are. And there's so many of us that are getting caught up in the lack of care. We don't have people caring for us. And then in turn, we're not caring for others either. So I'm not saying it's just a one-way street, because so many of us are hurting, and then we don't care for others, and we just get all, well, F it, and I don't care, and I'm just gonna take care of myself, and do what I want, and whatever it ends up being, we go into the selfishness, where we're just caring about ourselves and no one else. Now I endeavor not to be like that, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. Um, but it just, I don't know, maybe this is just an American mentality. Maybe I'm stuck in what's happening in my own country, and some of this is not doesn't doesn't happen nearly as much in other countries as it does here. I know our society, um, the way things are going, the way the powers to be have made decisions in the last several decades, um, is causing the dynamic here to be way different than it was years ago. I mean, they're certainly doing all they can to destroy the family foundation, and there is so much estrangement in this country that is going on, and family members not talking to each other, and just everybody off doing their own thing, and they don't even communicate with each other, or if they do, it's always at a distance. I mean, even myself, I have a mother and two sisters, and we all live in different states. And we don't hang out with each other. We don't go to each other's house and do things. And we've been separated for decades now. Um, um, anyway, I'm just, I guess I'm wanting to address the topic of loneliness and the lack of care and affection, and just the support that we're supposed to have for each other, not only as family members, but just fellow humans, just coworkers and neighbors, and, even just the person in front or behind you in line at the grocery store. It just seems there's so much lack of care, and it's causing such negative ripples, just the domino effect. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm basing this on a situation that I found myself in today. I'm not sure how much detail I should go into. I don't know. I just don't feel like they should share at this time what happened exactly. Um, anyway, I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment today. I didn't make it there. I got on the first bus and made it to the park and ride where I was supposed to transfer to a second bus, and the communication from other bus drivers was very lacking, and I ended up missing that connection. And just a whole weird situation. Um, and it wasn't even just me. There was another lady there, and she was supposed to catch a different number of a different bus line, and she ended up missing hers also because of the bus drivers' miscommunication and not even caring about what's happening there with us riders, and the situation there at the park and ride, which they're part of the problem is they're doing construction. They've tore down the old building and they're rebuilding it, so it's like this big old construction site, and they got the buses, they're like trying to funnel them over to another area, so the normal bus stops are not there because of the construction they're doing, and it's causing confusion. And the bus drivers are not communicating with the riders the way they could to make sure everybody catches their bus, gets on the bus that they need to get on. And And then, of course, some bus drivers are having misinformation. The one driver that was talking to me and her, the other lady, he gave us misinformation. Uh, Things didn't go the way he said that they should go. And then, so he maybe he was saying the way things were supposed to go, but then the other drivers weren't doing that. So I don't know. Um, so I just, it would have been like I would have had to wait another hour for the next bus for me, to, and it's cold and rainy out there, and then that would make me late to my appointment. So I was just like, forget it. I'm just gonna go home. So I just waited the 20 minutes for the bus that I needed to just head back home. And then I canceled my appointment. I'll have to reschedule that. But again, uh, that put me in a situation. Had I not missed my bus and had gone to my appointment, I wouldn't have been in this other situation. Um, and part of me thinks I needed to be there to talk to this person. But I don't know. It also showed me some stuff because of my response to what happened and some of the things I said. It shined light on some stuff going on with myself. Um, which is good. I mean, we always need to know where we're at in life and where we're thinking, what we're thinking, and where our what how we're reacting and responding to stuff, and what changes we need to make, and what things we're doing right and what things we're doing wrong. Basically, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, it's um, shoot, I hate to be so vague, but like I said, I mean, now I don't think I should be sharing the details of what happened as of yet. Maybe I will make another video. But I guess, like I said, the bottom line of this video is trying to start a discussion on horizontal relationships on this planet and how can we make them better. Because uh, things aren't happening between human beings. At least not in this country, or at least where I'm at. I mean, I hear some of the stuff being online in other countries, but then there's other countries and people from other countries that are like, no, we don't act like that. And there's more of a um, caring and taking care of each other. So, so maybe we need to come up with a list. I don't know. How do we move forward from here and change uh, our behavior and lack of uh, caring for other human beings? And I'm not saying we're all doing this and we're not doing it 100% of the time. I know that a lot of people are very caring and they do stuff and charity work and um, help people out. Um, but it just seems so widespread, and I don't, I understand, but I don't understand the dynamic. I know that there's certain things that have happened in the last since I've been alive, um, in this country. People who have influenced decisions, and people who have just flat out made decisions to change the way our society functions. Um, and it's just um, trying to come to grips with all that, and try to make a decision on how us as individuals, how we're going to respond to that or react to that. I'm endeavor to respond um, better. I have been changing my thinking for over a decade now, and realizing there's a certain part of American mentality that needs to stop, and it's there's a whole part of being American and being raised in this environment that causes a mentality that is it's so apart from the rest of the world, you know. Um, and it's hard because there's a lot of things about being American that are really great, and it's their advantages, and it's uh, empowering. There are some things. There's certain freedoms, and uh, it's it's great, but there's a whole other part of American mentality that is just like, oh my gosh, really? And when you start listening to people from other countries and how their society runs and their mentality, and then you look at how you're thinking and how Americans think, it sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Our mentality sometimes is just, it's not where it should be as being as American. Um, so I'm endeavoring to try to find that happy balance, that happy medium, where I keep the good mentalities that my society has put into me, and get rid of the ones that are not, and change those. Um, so anyway, that's what I would like other people. I would never, I would hope that for other people. I think all Americans need to wake up, get their heads out of the sand. So many Americans have their heads in the sand, and we do live in this ivory tower sort of environment. So I think there's a lot of Americans that have no idea what's happening on this planet and in other countries, and it's ridiculous because there's no reason for, especially now with the technology and the internet, and there's so many ways to see other parts of the world without even having to physically go there. So it's not like 100 years ago where you know who knew what was happening in another country. You would have had to get a newspaper brought to you from that area, which took time, and then by the time you got it, those things were out of date. But that still should have can give you a clue. But um, our world has become smaller, and there is no excuse to continue in some of the mentalities that we have, and to behave certain ways. Um, but it's not easy to change, especially when you've been raised in that, and you know, the older you get, the harder it's change it. I got 55 years under my belt, so I have to try to change 50 some years of thinking, um, and that doesn't happen overnight. Um, and then you're fighting societal norms that you don't want to be a norm, and then it's just crazy because I know we've been endeavoring in this country for several decades now to change certain mentalities, which is good. But then there's other changes that have been made that have been bad. So um, I don't know. Uh, Life is not easy, I guess. And we're having to deal with so many variables and decide what type of person we're going to be, regardless of what's happening around us. Um, so, anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. Um, I was able to post a video of our pitbull Betty that I made with my new smartphone. Me and my husband finally bumped ourselves up to the next car in the technology train. We've been in the caboose for decades. And I've been happy to be there. I mean, it was a choice. I was just stayed in the caboose of the technology train by choice. Um, but our needs uh, and things have changed, so we're having to make changes. Um, so I, spur of the moment, made that video with Betty, our pitbull. Um, it's obviously crappy footage, like the camera work's not that great. So, but it's my first video, and I haven't done anything like this before. So, um, it is what it is. I'm not expecting everybody to be like, "Oh yeah, that was great," and everybody to hit the like button on it. It's like whatever. It's just something. Um, so I mean, I do endeavor to get better at it. I want to do some cooking videos where I'm showing some meals that I'm making. Um, oh, excuse me. Um, Also, with the new smartphone, I can go out and do some walking videos that some like these people do, and maybe even I was talking to my husband today, and we're talking about doing maybe some reviews, like go to a restaurant and do a food review of their food and post that. So to me, I know YouTube wants you to find your niche, but I don't, I'm not that type of person. I have a lot of other things I like to do. So on my channel, I'm going to have a variety of stuff and whatever. I don't even care what their algorithm does. Okay. Cuz I can't please YouTube. That's not going to make me happy. I'm like I need to do this and do what makes me enjoy doing it, and I'm doing YouTube because I think it's fun, um, and that's where I want to stay. I don't want it to become where I'm like having to do stuff, because then it's not fun anymore if you feel like you have to do it. So I'm going to post videos when I feel like it, when they happen. I'm not going to worry about it. If I don't post a video for weeks, oh well, and then I post 5 videos in 1 week, that's just how it's going to happen. I mean, I'm here doing this because I want to, and this is about me doing something fun. And of course, this video wasn't necessarily all that fun, but but in the big picture, it's enjoyable because I'm discussing something that has to do with life, and that is part of my agenda, is discussing life issues and even the tough ones, and helping. That's again, I'm wanting to help. Let's help each other get through the tough times and all these different life issues that we find ourselves in and help each other through them, to put one foot in front of the other and just make it through another day. Um, so, and then I want to do the fun stuff too, like the cooking and craft stuff and just silly, goofy videos and just acting silly. I mean, that's important too. So, um, that's really what my channel is about, is just living life and presenting different aspects of life, because life isn't just one thing. So, I don't, whatever. I can't do the niche thing that YouTube wants you to do. So it's just not gonna happen. That's just not me. And um, whoever watches it watches it. Who doesn't. Whatever. I'm not into the numbers either. I'm here uh, to help that one person. If I've encouraged and helped some one person put another foot in front of them and make it through another day, then I've succeeded. Okay, I'm not about the numbers. I'm about helping one person at a time, and just doing that. And so anyway, that's a part of me too. So to let people know, I don't remember what all I've talked about in my other videos. Maybe I've shared this before already. I don't know. But I've had a bunch of new subscribers, so maybe they haven't heard it for me, because uh, there's a lot of content out there to watch, and when you find someone's channel, you, they can have a lot of stuff to catch up on, and you can't really catch up on all of it. And that's one thing I have realized. Even if only the good stuff was posted on YouTube and not all the crappy, stupid stuff, we still wouldn't be able to watch it all. Okay? Uh, Even if we lived to 1,000 years, you know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be good content on YouTube that is, I'm just not gonna be able to watch, because I can't watch everything. Okay? I can't live long enough to do that. So it's just, um, I watch what I can, I listen to what I can, and it's just, we can't listen to all of it. So for those who do have good content, I appreciate you having good content, even if I don't ever watch any of the videos or watch all your videos. And I'm subscribed to, like, I don't know, 50, 100 people, at least 50 people, 50 other channels, probably close to 100. And I mean, I can't watch everybody's content, um, everything that they post. It's just not feasible. Um, but you do what you can. We view what we can, and go from there. So anyway, keep doing content, people. I mean, even if we don't watch it, and you never know. I have many times watched a video that was posted like 10 years ago, and I finally found it, and it meant a lot to me. It was exactly what I needed to hear at that moment. So, I want to encourage everyone, just post what you post, and then just be patient, because the person who really needs to hear it may not hear it for 10 years. And that's okay. We need to be okay with that. So, anyway, just keep doing content, people, and just do it. Be fun, have fun. Don't feel so pressured to follow the algorithm and do exactly what YouTube is asking. Do it because you're wanting to do it. Um, Life's too short, and there's too much crap that hits the fan to be be stuck in that mentality. And um, so anyway, be encouraged, everyone. I'm gonna end this. It's 30-minute video is good. I don't want this to be an hour long video like some other ones. That's my limit on some of the other ones. Um, but I think this is a good time to quit in the video. So stay strong, everyone. Just one day at a time, one moment at a time. Sometimes it's 1 hour at a time. You know, life gets really crappy sometimes, and but let's be there for each other. Let's do help each other as fellow human beings as much as we can and as best we can, and be caring and understanding and kind. And we need to do that to ourselves. Some of us need to be more kind to our own self and more patient and understanding and merciful to our own self. So let's do that to, for anybody who's out there, all people, ourselves and everybody else. Okay, happy Tuesday or Wednesday for some of you on the other side of the planet. Um, and we'll catch you in the next video. And as always, down in the comment section, comments, questions, complaints, anything. Um, it's all good. Alright, we'll see you next time.